Welcome, Ksenia. This is the Global Digest think tank group. We are podcasting about around the world crisis, like humanitarian crisis, political crisis, and civil war, and such as Ukraine war, as well as military coup in Burma, and other democracy authoritarian crisis in different countries. We are focusing, and I've been talking with one of Polish lawyer, maybe 2-3 months ago, and he explained very well about Poland. Poland is very good welcoming Ukrainian refugee. They fled from their country for their own safety into Poland. Poland is neighbor of Ukraine, and Poland did very well. They welcome very well Ukrainian refugee. And I mean, you know better than me because you are working, and you can explain more about how Poland accept refugee and how did you take care of them and how did you handling refugee cases. Then our audience can understand more about current issue, current refugee in Poland. Before you talk, you can a little bit introduce about yourself and where are you now and what is your background. Our audience can more understand you. Please.
Okay, I'm from Kyiv, but I moved to Poland after the war started, and now I'm living in Warsaw.
So you are Ukrainian.
Yeah. I'm from Ukraine, and I'm also a refugee, like refugee.
I see.
I started working after this war started, and yeah, I'm still working here and help Ukrainian refugees
in Poland right now.
Yeah, in Poland.
I see. So how you yourself is a refugee, you also came from Ukraine, and in Poland, how Ukrainian refugee are living, how the shelter, how the food, do you have sufficient food in Poland, and do you have sufficient place to sleep in Poland? You can start with those basic things. Did you satisfy with the offer by Poland, or how Ukrainian refugee feeling?
Yeah. A lot of refugees came to Poland, and but of course, time now I think it's a lot of people already left Poland. Some of them returned to Ukraine. Some of them go to the other countries because it really was a lot of people in Poland. So Poland opened the door, and they made us very good. They provided. They created some shelters where people could live and where they still living now. And also Polish families, they also opened the door of their flats. And a lot of Ukrainians lived there. Now, I think in Poland, some people, people who find the job and can provide themselves with accommodation. In other parts, they are maybe still living in families or shelters. Because, for example, we have some parts of refugees. For example, this is women with small children who can't work because they have small babies, and it's more difficult. And also there are people with disabilities, for example, and old people, 60 plus, and so on. Yeah.
I heard
But
most.
Ukrainian people, they are very thankful, yeah, for Polish government. They also allowed our children
Go to school
go to school, go to kindergarten. Of course,
and
there
medical
are a lot
health
of
support.
people. Yeah, medical health support. They provided their personal number, and this is like residence. This is like, no, it's not card of the residence, but it's like residence, and Ukrainian refugees can use all. I don't know, everything what Polish people use.
How
Yeah, it's
about food?
medicine. Yeah,
How
it's
about food?
a lot.
Can you eat a Polish food very well? How do you feel Polish food?
Polish food? Do you
Yes.
mean Polish cuisine or, or
I don't know. I've never
what do you
been to Poland, so I don't know what kind of food available in Poland. So we eat rice in Asia, but in Poland, Europe, maybe you eat more bread, or I don't know the name. So you can explain us what food you are eating and how do you feel? Did you satisfy?
Yeah, absolutely. I think Polish food it's very similar with Ukrainian food. It's for Ukrainian people, it's usual products like potato, soup, and
I guess you have very
no,
famous potato in Europe,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Eastern Europe.
yeah,
I had
yeah, yeah,
many
yeah.
time potato and something like that. So only
Yeah,
potato you
also
are eating.
fish, meat. Not all food is potato. It's a lot of different cereals. It's vegetables.
You said you satisfied with the Polish food, right?
Yeah, it's for. I think it's normal European food. Nothing special.
Right, right. What about medical service? They provide good medical service, or it's free of medical
Yeah.
service?
Yeah, they provided medical service for Ukraine, and even some clinics. They started work for Ukrainian refugees, and for example, they have Ukrainian version of sites, or Ukrainian version when you want to call them. They have Ukrainian call center, for example,
I
and
see. You have
Ukrainian
a
refugee.
Ukrainian call center. They speak in Ukraine.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
work for refugees, so you can do for call center, something like that.
And that is why Ukrainian people very easy can to reach any services. Also, Polish language a little bit similar with Ukraine, and that is
You
why
can you can speak
Ukraine
Polish
and the
language.
Polish people, yeah. Personal me?
Yeah, can you speak Polish language?
No. I can, but a little bit, but I understand it well.
So between Polish and Ukrainian, usually you use English language, or which language for
No,
communication?
I prefer use English language, but if a person don't know English, we no, it's not Ukrainian and Polish people start talking on their own languages, but they understand each other
I
because
see.
it's similar. It's the languages from the same group,
I see.
Slovenic language.
If you can understand each other, it's pretty good. Otherwise, if it's incommunicable, if you cannot understand each other, it will be a lot of unnecessary problem. Most refugee in other country, first thing they have a problem is language. They have always
Yeah,
language problem. They cannot understand the
yeah.
host country, and most refugee has
Yeah.
difficult to request, and
Yeah.
they pay something, they respond something different what they want. Is always problem in many other country. So first we always face language problem, but I glad Ukrainian and Polanish can work out the language problem. You can solve and you can understand about each other. It's very good, you know.
Yeah. But of course, when Ukrainian people want to work in Poland, of course, they face this
They pay
this
better.
issue. Yeah. Sorry.
I mean, working in Poland,
Sorry. Could you?
they pay better salary.
Then where? Then in Ukraine.
Poland, yeah. Compared to
Sorry.
compared
Poland
to
better than in Ukraine.
yeah, paying salary, or you know.
Mhm. I think it depends on how to, on profession. Yeah, what profession person have and also I think it's not only about salary. It's I think Poland, for example, in some things is more expensive, some things is cheaper than Ukraine,
I see.
and also I think the salary is the same. That some of profession has this higher salary, maybe some of them lower. But it's my opinion, just my because I didn't make any survey. You know, I didn't
How long you
make
been
any
in Poland?
research. I for 6 7 months.
I see.
Yeah, but it's I didn't I want to say one more time that I didn't make any researches about the salary. It's just my opinion.
Because you live very short time, so you cannot know much information. Once you live for a while, a years, 2 years, you can know more about Polish, and you can taste more what is good thing in Poland, and also you will find out what a bad thing in Poland as well, you know. So it's happened everywhere. If you go first time, you don't know what is good and what is bad, and slowly you can find out good and bad thing. At least I think Ukrainian are very comfortable for refugee in Poland, because many other refugee, you know, they have more difficult time, because some country, their neighbor country, they are not welcome, and you know, they are not good assistant in many other country, like my own country in Burma, you know, Myanmar. Neighbor country are not like Poland. You know, that some people, they don't want to come any refugee, because there is a military coup in Burma. Many Burmese refugees run away, but it's not like warmly welcome, similar to Ukrainian refugee. So there are many difficult times for many refugees in Burma, as well as I know other country has similar cases. But I will say Ukraine refugees are much better than other refugees. But I'm not saying it's perfect or the best all the time. But as of now, it seems Ukraine is much comfortable. And what kind of identity card Polish government issue for Ukrainian refugee?
Government issue for Ukrainian refugee. What do you mean?
I mean, if you are asylum or refugee in Poland, usually the host country issues some kind of ID card. You have a 1 year visa, 2-year visa or just a slum visa, some different kind of ID card, you know?
No, for example, when Ukrainian came to Poland, they they just came sometimes even without any documents, you know, because people run from the war, and but we have like we don't have a visa to the touristic visa with Poland. We have how it's called, a free visa zone for 3 months.
Without any document, you just go in?
No, we have a biometric passport, and this passport allowed us to visit Poland and in other Schengen zone countries, European countries, during 3 months.
I see. Maybe
per year.
probably they stamp on your passport for 3 months.
Yeah.
I see. Like that?
You know, people came, and after this they went to open the number of parcel. Parcel is like ID number of person, and this ID number, it's like residence, like permanent residence for 18 months. And they created this parcel, this ID, only for people who came to Poland, who crossed the border after 24 of February.
I see. Because in other country, they usually issue the asylum ID card, or a kind of, if they got recognized refugee, they have a kind of resident ID card, permanent resident ID card, you know, different kind of ID card can be issued by each host country, you know, because you need ID card, you know, what kind of person, Mr. Dog or Mr. Pig or Mr. Chicken, or some people should know the name, you know, the name or address or age, you know, at least such kind of information is required by all refugee applicant, you know. That is basic thing, all immigration in any country, I guess.
Yeah, Ukrainian people, if even they came without, we call it external passports, like international passports, who allowed us to visit European countries, and people, for example, came with internal, usually Ukrainian passports. Then they went to embassy and created permanent documents who prove their.
They will issue, you know, they will issue once you enter. They will be issued, then you can show anywhere, everywhere you go. Then in that way, that is identification card, you know. It is required for every human, you know. That must be basic thing. And is there any social, I think Ukrainian and Polish has not much social problem, you know, similar language, similar food, similar culture. I think many things are similar. I don't see much social conflict or any gap between Ukrainian and Polish social. Do you have any social problem? Is any other Ukrainian refugee has any problem with Polish?
No, I think it's not like problem. Of course, some Polish people, they are not happy with this, and when a lot of people come, of course,
they will feel burdens.
yeah, and the price become much more higher, but it's not in Poland, it's over the world because of the war, you know.
Right, right.
And but some people think that it's about Ukrainian come, you know, and
But
of course
Polish face the most, you know, burden, because when Ukrainian flee to abroad, it means Poland. You know, Poland has the
yeah,
most hit by Ukrainian refugee, and
yeah,
Poland has to receive the most Ukrainian refugees.
yeah,
Compared to any other country,
yeah,
Polish are the most, they have to, you know, uh, uh, they have to carry out the burdens of Ukrainian refugee. I mean,
yeah.
basically that is true.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. And the prices became higher, and flats became more expensive, rent apartments, and so on.
Right, right.
And Ukrainian people started to apply for job position, and some maybe how
Definitely,
to say,
definitely, old people, old
yeah.
grandmother, housewife from Poland, they will feel very burdens, and they have more. They will not show you a smiling face, absolutely, because many Ukrainian are flooding into Poland. They were, you know, more worrisome or something, or because their food are, you know, they have to share their food, they have to share their bed, their room, and everything they have to share, at
No,
least to Ukrainian people.
no, they
So
don't have, you know, they don't have. It's their. I'm so sorry. Um, so sorry. They, no, it's not like they don't have. They can do this or not. It's about they desire about this, and government also provide with a payment. For example, if Polish families invite the family, Ukrainian family to Polish family, they also receive some money from government, and all families, it was their own decision, you know.
of course, they get
And
a reimbursement from Polish government, but at the beginning or at the first time, at least they have to starting point. They have to do sharing. You know, later on they were reimbursement. I mean, there is
you know,
reimbursement. They have to
yeah, but
do more import food from other country. You know,
yeah,
last time they import just 2 container. Now maybe they have to import 3 container, 4 container, something like that, you know. That's at
yeah,
least, I mean,
yeah,
something they
yeah,
have to
yeah.
do.
Yeah, but this is not looking look like this, you know. They have, they must, and so on. It was like they were very emphasized to us, and they did a lot of volunteering job. They met us. They cooked food for people, but they were very worried about this, and a lot of people, a lot of Polish people, Polish volunteers met Ukrainian people with hot food, with tea, coffee, and so on, and we are really appreciated their help, their support, their they like share it with us,
At least
our
you know, you take their space, you know, the police
yeah,
space.
yeah,
So a kind of every housewife or house, you know, lady, house lady, they usually they used to worry, you know, they are the first thing to welcome the guests and the first thing to usher the guests. So usually the housewife or they usually worry absolutely. But I mean, that is a part of every country that is responsible to our neighbor. And I'm not saying absolutely that is perfect for Ukrainian refugee, because Ukrainian have to go somebody's house and you have to very limitation, and you cannot enjoy whatever you want in other house because their their setting or their arrangement their own style. So it may not be Ukrainian style, even small things, So definitely that is not same as you back in your Ukrainian house. So that's
No, of
kind of social
course, of
problem.
course. Of course, we are not, we came, no, Ukrainian people came to Poland not for rest, not just like tourists and so on. It's
Yes, yes.
nobody wanted to go there in this date.
And
Russian
I'm
made us do this, forced us do this, and that is why people fled the border and went to another country.
what about in case of any legal problem? Ukrainian refugee can access Polish legal system at the court, or you can get a lawyer or something like that.
Yeah, we can, and all Ukrainian refugees. It's not only government, also there are a lot of international organizations that provide now a lot of service, like you said, yeah. And Ukrainian people have everything, I think.
Is there a free lawyer, or you have to pay for lawyer fee if you go to the court or any office?
I cannot say about government, but I know exactly that some international organizations, they provide with this, and
Lawyer fee.
Ukrainian people. Yeah. And Ukrainian people, if they need to ask some question, they can do this for free too.
How do you feel Polish legal system? They make very fair justification, or the judge make a good proper judgment, or any Ukrainian victim or any Ukrainian who are looking for justice, they get justice. Usually,
Difficult to say.
as a refugee, a foreigner in other country, usually many legal systems are not easy to access, and you cannot
Yeah.
easily get justice. Even some lawyers are reluctant to do for the foreigner in many countries. So it is important any refugee to get justice and can access legal system in Poland.
As for me, it's absolutely clearly, and if people want to assess, he or she can do this.
I know many refugees from Ukraine, most women and children, right?
Yeah, of course.
And
Yeah, mostly it's women and children, and yeah.
many women and many girls, maybe because that is not their home, their security is also important.
I also I can say nothing about this. Poland looks very safety, and no, I didn't meet situation like this, and I work with the refugee, and
It's good.
yeah, and Polish.
They are good,
I
very
don't know.
good.
It looks very safe. Yeah, really. And I live in Warsaw, and I live in the center of the Warsaw, and it's very calm.
You are lucky to be in
Yeah,
a safety
yeah. I think,
area.
compare with in others country, yeah, Poland looks very safe.
Right, that's true, because many other countries, you know, many refugee always
Yeah,
face a crime or sometime
yeah.
hitting or beating or xenophobia or discrimination, something like that. I don't know any Ukrainian refugee have discrimination in Poland.
You know, we are very similar, how to say, in our face. Yeah. We I think it's very difficult to clarify if you Ukraine or Polish people, because we are but maybe when you apply for job, maybe, yeah, of course, because Polish people choose Polish, for example, employee, yeah, then Ukrainian. But it's not, I think it's not about Polish, it's
Minor
about all
minor
countries. Yeah,
discrimination.
yeah.